basically have overall a groundwater crisis. I mean, groundwater, what is groundwater? Groundwater is essentially a security blanket for water, right? It's what you turn to when surface water supplies are running dry or too dirty. And so essentially what India is doing is that it's tugging at the security blanket, at the safety net, if you will, to the point that the groundwater tables are plunging significantly. And, not only does that have implications for shortages and scarcity, but the further down you go to extract groundwater, the more polluted the water tends to be. So, as the overall supply of water grows ever more precarious, you have to worry even more about water pollution, which obviously has major implications for public health. So, I think that the bottom line here is that the more that India has to dig deeper, so to speak, to get groundwater, the more it's going to cause problems for pollution. And I think in terms of why this is happening, I think you really do have to look at agriculture and particularly irrigation methods. I mean, you have a lot of flood irrigation, which is a type of irrigation that essentially allows farmers to draw on a lot of water whenever they want to. And there have been efforts around the world in countries that are experiencing water stress to introduce drip irrigation, which is a more efficient way of using irrigation water so that you're not literally flooding the crops all the time. But it's going to take a long way to get to that point. I think there also need to be efforts to try to think a bit more about what type of crops to subsidize and emphasize. What we see, not just in India, but in Pakistan and elsewhere around the developing world, is an emphasis on the most water-guzzling, water-intensive crops, and that clearly has implications for water stress as well.